Let's bring you this story now. The South African Civil Aviation Authority has released safety audit findings into SAA and is reportedly not looking good. According to an article by the Citizen newspaper, the airline safety audit report saw failures with at least 3 level 1 findings. What does this mean? What impact could this have on SAA's permit to fly as a commercial operator into the future? Well, let's discuss this now with aviation expert and editor of Flyer SA magazine, Guy Leitch. Guy, good afternoon. Thanks for your patience and welcome to the Midday View. Well, we haven't seen this audit, the safety audit. I don't know if you have a sniff of it at all. The Citizen is saying that it's not looking good for SAA.
Yes, hi, nice to be with you as always. Well, the Civil Aviation Authority, the SACAA, has to do a regular audit of the licenses held by the operator, and they have to do them every year. They did them this year, and they found these 3 level 1 findings. Level 1 findings are always very serious indeed. But they're honestly no surprise, because we've known that SAA has got enormous gaps in its skill base at this stage. The biggest single problem the airline has is that its pilots are still on strike. And the pilots contain amongst them the so-called training captains, who are necessary to do renewal or recurrency training for the pilots and then be able to sign them out as proficient or not. But because SAA is involved in this extremely long and debilitating strike and lockout with SAPA, the SAA Pilots Association, the pilots are just not available to train any of the remaining pilots, the remaining 88 or so, and so the airline can't be certified as safe to fly. It's been a huge political battle. There are no signs that the strike is looking to get broken at any time soon, which certainly brings into question the state or the shareholders' commitment to get the airline flying again by early August.
If these findings are that bad, I mean, level 1, as you say, is pretty serious, could this then jeopardize SAA's continued operation as a commercial airline?
That's an extremely difficult question, because in my view, the airline's existence as a commercial entity is completely pretty much in question anyway, simply because it's not going to be able to become sustainable or even viable for 5 to 6 years. It's going to, by some estimates, such as Dr. Jochum from Merton, consume another 40 to 50 billion rands worth of taxpayers.
Put another way, very briefly, Guy, should we expect the regulator, the Aviation Authority, to withdraw the permit?
Well, the regulators are under huge political pressure, as we've seen, from having granted 13 exemptions to make the Brussels flight operate. But the regulators at this stage standing its ground, not issuing any further exemptions. So it's up to SAA to solve its problems, to get the necessary people on board so that it's filled the skills gap.
Not a good situation indeed, technically. Thank you very much. That's Guy Leitch, SA Flyer magazine editor. Business Up.